Feel like that he got the proper care? Absolutely not.
A Tulsa family wants answers after they say their father died as a result from a COVID-19 outbreak at a local nursing home. 2 Works for You's KJRH shares the message they have for other families and the company's response.
Anybody he came in contact with, they just fell in love with him.
Tiffany Tillman is remembering her grandfather, Virgil Busby, known as Ray. He spent the last several years of his life in the memory unit at the Ambassador Skilled Nursing and Therapy in Tulsa. About 2 weeks ago, Ray started getting sick, eventually testing positive for COVID-19. He was taken to the hospital where he died this past Monday.
Not being able to be with your loved one when they're passing, knowing that they're going, he deserved to have his daughters on each side of him holding his hand.
Now the family is left to mourn and search for answers. They don't believe the facility gave her grandfather proper care when he got sick or took the right precautions to prevent the spread of COVID. Tillman says the ambassador sent a letter to families saying a hospice nurse at the facility tested positive at the end of September. She says that nurse took care of Ray's longtime roommate and best friend, Leonard, who passed away just 2 days before Ray.
But this is where the frustrating part comes in as the family. What's the protocol? What are they doing to test these people who are going into these facilities with these residents who are at high risk?
Tillman says there was a lack of communication from the facility when her grandfather got sick.
I feel like every family that has a loved one that is in a nursing home, any kind of facility, they have a right to ask the questions. They have a right to know what protocol is. They have a right, because we didn't. And now we don't have my grandfather.
A letter from the ambassador says between May 8th and October 14th, 15 staff members and 23 residents tested positive for the virus. It shared a statement with 2 Works for You saying it follows all CDC, state, and local guidelines, and also states any resident who exhibits symptoms, regardless of testing, is presumed positive and treated accordingly, and the goal remains the same as it has been since this pandemic began, to avoid the spread of the virus and mitigate its effects on our population. Meanwhile, for Ray's family, they're now turning their heartache into a message for others, wishing they had more time.
Like it's a goodbye, but it's not the goodbye that he deserved, and it's certainly not closure for us.
The Oklahoma State Department of Health told us it's monitoring the outbreak at the Ambassador. It's performing outbreak testing and conducted a COVID survey this week. We asked for the results of that survey, but it is still under investigation. KJRH, 2 Works for You.